There are moments in the NFL when a single announcement sends shockwaves throughout the entire league. Tonight is one of those moments. We have breaking news that just came in, and it's nothing short of monumental. The Dallas Cowboys have pulled off what is being called the biggest trade in the NFL in recent memory. DJ Reader, the powerhouse defensive tackle, known for anchoring the middle of some of the toughest defenses in the league, is heading to Dallas in a jaw-dropping deal worth an estimated $280 million. This is not just another offseason signing. This is a move that could redefine the Cowboys' entire defensive strategy, and it speaks volumes about where this franchise is heading. And that's not all. As if landing DJ Reader wasn't seismic enough, Cowboys insiders are now revealing that the team has shifted its focus toward the offensive side of the ball, and they're targeting a dynamic and versatile running back from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The message from the Cowboys front office is loud and clear: they're going all in. Let's start with the blockbuster news that has everyone talking. DJ Reader is now a Dallas Cowboy. The defensive tackle, formerly with the Cincinnati Bengals, has made a name for himself as one of the most dominant interior linemen in the NFL. Known for his raw power, high football IQ, and ability to disrupt the run game and collapse the pocket, Reader brings a level of grit and reliability that Dallas has desperately needed on the interior front. For years, the Cowboys' defensive line has been criticized for lacking that elite-level anchor in the middle. While players like DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons have terrorized quarterbacks off the edge, opposing teams have often exploited the middle of the line. That weakness cost Dallas dearly in playoff games and high-stakes matchups. But now, with Reader in the fold, that gap has been closed and then some. The $280 million figure tied to this deal includes a combination of signing bonuses, performance incentives, and guaranteed salary over a multi-year contract, making it one of the richest deals ever given to a defensive lineman. This isn't just a bold move, it's a statement of intent. Jerry Jones and the Cowboys are not interested in incremental improvement. They want to win now, and they're willing to make historic investments to get there. Reader brings not only production, but leadership. In Cincinnati, he was widely respected in the locker room. Coaches loved his consistency, his toughness, and his preparation. Teammates saw him as a stabilizing force, a veteran who led by example. That kind of presence is invaluable for a Dallas defense that has all the tools, but has occasionally lacked that interior toughness to get over the hump. Adding Reader sends a message to the entire roster. This team is serious about building a championship-caliber defense. Of course, with any deal of this magnitude, there are questions. How does Reader fit into Dan Quinn's defensive scheme? What ripple effects will this have on other contract negotiations, especially with big names like Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb due for extensions? And how will the Cowboys manage their salary cap moving forward? All of those are valid concerns, but insiders believe the front office has a long-term plan. This isn't just a splashy headline, it's part of a broader effort to position Dallas as a perennial contender. But what makes this news even more incredible is that the Cowboys are not done. In fact, they're only getting started. While the defense just got a major upgrade, attention is now turning to the offense, and particularly to the backfield. Following Ezekiel Elliott's departure and questions about Tony Pollard's long-term role, the Cowboys are looking for a versatile, explosive, and reliable running back to add to the rotation. And the name that keeps coming up is Rachaad White from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. White is coming off a breakout season where he showed flashes of becoming one of the most complete backs in the NFL. He's got great hands, can pass protect, and has the vision to find gaps even behind shaky offensive lines. His ability to contribute in both the run and pass game makes him an ideal fit for the Cowboys' West Coast-inspired offense. And at just 25 years old, he's entering the prime of his career. Sources close to the Cowboys' war room say conversations with Tampa Bay have already taken place. While no deal has been finalized, both sides are reportedly intrigued by the potential fit. The Buccaneers are in a slight rebuilding phase, and they may be willing to part with White if the price is right, especially if it means acquiring young assets or draft capital. For Dallas, this could be the missing piece to balance their offensive attack and take pressure off Dak Prescott. Prescott, who's been the subject of contract extension talks himself, stands to benefit greatly from an upgraded run game. With CeeDee Lamb stretching the field, Brandon Cooks offering veteran reliability, and Jake Ferguson emerging as a legitimate tight end threat, adding a running back like White would give this offense the kind of balance and unpredictability that makes elite teams so dangerous. But there's more at play here than just roster upgrades. These moves signify a philosophical shift within the Cowboys organization. For years, Dallas has been criticized for playing it safe, holding on to cap space, developing talent slowly, and being hesitant to make blockbuster trades. But now, it seems that Jerry Jones and his team are taking a page from the aggressive playbooks of franchises like the Rams and the Eagles. They're willing to trade future assets for present impact. They're willing to spend big for proven talent, and most importantly, they're acting with urgency. That urgency is fueled by the understanding that the NFC is wide open. The Eagles are still strong, but vulnerable. The 49ers are elite, but one injury away from falling back to the pack. The Cowboys have a real chance to make a run if they can shore up the right areas and maintain health. With DJ Reader clogging the middle and possibly a new back like White powering the run game, Dallas is looking like a team ready to make that leap. Let's not forget about the intangibles either. Momentum is a real thing in the NFL. When players see the front office going all in, it energizes the locker room. It sends a message that the window is open and that the time to win is now. Veterans respond to that kind of leadership. Young players raise their game. The coaching staff gets more aggressive with game plans. All of that begins with bold moves like this one. Reader is expected to be introduced officially in a press conference within the next 48 hours. Already, photos are surfacing of him arriving in Dallas, shaking hands with Cowboys staffers, and even taking a brief tour of the team's state-of-the-art training facility. Fans have already begun to flock to social media, with hashtags like #ReaderToDallas and Cowboys Defense trending nationwide. As for the running back situation, keep your notifications on. A move could happen at any time. Tampa Bay has reportedly given permission for preliminary contract structures to be discussed, which is often a sign that a deal is close. And while other names are also being floated like Deonta Foreman and Kenneth Gainwell, it's clear that Rachaad White is the top target. This is one of those rare moments in an NFL offseason where everything feels electric. The Cowboys, long known for their storied history and passionate fan base, are making moves that could define the next decade of football in Dallas. These aren't just transactions, they're commitments to greatness. And in a league where fortune favors the bold, Dallas is making its intentions known. Stay locked in as we continue to monitor every development in this historic trade and all the moves that follow. Whether it's on the field, in the front office, or behind closed doors, this is a team that's turning up the heat. And for fans in Dallas, it might finally be time to believe that a championship run is more than just a dream. It's a real possibility, being built right before our eyes. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell so you never miss a single update. We'll be tracking every rumor, every report, and every official statement as the Cowboys roster transformation continues. With DJ Reader now in Dallas and another offensive weapon potentially on the way, the countdown to kickoff just got a whole lot more interesting.